So you're thinking about moving to Canal Winchester, Ohio. Well, in this video, I want to look at the pros and cons of what it would look like for your family to make a move to Canal Winchester, Ohio. So hopefully in this video, you can see if it's the right fit for you and your family, or maybe not the place that you want to be thinking about relocating to. So let's go ahead and jump in. If this is your first time to the channel, please take a moment to like and subscribe so you can be some of the first people to get information about what is going on in the Columbus, Ohio housing market. My name is Daniel Case with Living in Central Ohio, and it's my goal to simply be a guide and a resource for you. If you're thinking about making a move to the Columbus, Ohio area, I want to do my best to make it a smooth move for you and your family. You've done the hard work. You've gotten yourself ready to buy a home. Let me help you be the hero for your family by making a wise decision on where in Central Ohio your family would want to live. Don't just buy a home you love, move into a community that you love. So whether you're thinking about moving in 1 year or 1 month, I would love to be the one call that you make to help you make a smooth move to Columbus, Ohio. My information is in the description. You can send me a text message, you can give me a call, you can comment on a video, you can also schedule a 30-minute Zoom call so that I can get to know you a little bit better, see what it is that you value, and make it a great move for you and your family to the Central Ohio area. So I look forward to having an opportunity to talk to you soon. Well, right now we're jumping into a video on the pros and cons of living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. So let's go ahead and take a look at pro number 1. All right, here is pro number 1 of living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. You have small town charm with big city amenities. So you have a beautiful downtown area of Canal Winchester, a very small town community feel. Just under 10,000 people live within Canal Winchester. It's a very friendly and inviting community. And so you have this really cool downtown space, really walkable, a lot of local places there. And again, a lot of just really cool community feel to the area, but you're super close to any big city amenities in Columbus, Ohio that you would want to get to. Route 33 runs right down besides Canal Winchester, which can easily get you up and into downtown Columbus very quickly, get you down south of Columbus to a lot of the cool places like Old Man's Cave and down in Logan. And even if you have students down at Ohio University down in Athens, really easy to get to from this location in Canal Winchester. So you have this cool small town feel, but you have a really awesome opportunity to still enjoy all the things that come with being a part of a big city like Columbus. So pro number 1 is just reality. You get a small town atmosphere, small town community feel, but you are nestled in really close to the larger part of the city that you can just continue to get to anywhere you might need to. So that is pro number 1. All right, here's pro number 2, affordable housing. Compared to some of the other areas in Central Ohio and around the Columbus housing market, Canal is a really affordable place, and we'll have some videos that discuss what are some of the homes that are available right now that are existing, as you can go find you an older house that's been renovated from the 1930s to even new builds that are happening in Canal Winchester. But overall price point compared to the rest of the city, it's a very affordable place to live. So it gives you a ton of options that can help fit your budget in a place that is really desirable to live. And price per square foot is going to be lower than a lot of other communities here in Central Ohio. So it's a big bonus to be able to get more house for the money in an area that's really nice, that you would want to be in. It's got a great community feel. And compared to the rest of this area, it's going to save you some money on your bottom line, which can be really, really, really beneficial. So that's definitely a pro. That is pro number 2. And here is pro number 3. Again, this community feel, talked about a little bit, but there's some just really cool stuff that happens in Canal throughout the year. Weekly farmers markets, which are really fun and cool. There's a lot of just really cool historic things that happen. There's a ghost tour that you can do around Halloween time that I don't think is that spooky, but you could check it out and probably enjoy it with your kids. There's a blues and ribs festival that happens every year in Canal. They do the Christmas Village at Christmas time, and downtown Canal has a lot of really cool activities going on for your family. So just that neat community feel is really just a cool benefit and bonus of Canal Winchester, with some of these different things that pop up from different times. Also do a thing in May called the Art Stroll, which is just a really cool thing that a lot of artists put out their work, and you get to walk around, have a little festival around downtown Canal. It's just a really, really cool environment and cool space to be in. And so if you like those kind of small town, kind of festival kind of feeling things, Canal Winchester offers a ton of those things, so that would definitely be a pro for you. All right, here is pro number 4, and that is good schools. Now, I didn't say great schools, I said good schools. Canal has good schools. Do they have the best schools in Central Ohio? Nope, they don't. Do they have some really good schools with good facilities and a really good education and good extracurricular activities? Yes, it's a really good school. If you look at the rankings of other school systems in Central Ohio, it is not at the top, but it is right there, above average. It's a good school system. And again, just under 10,000 people in the area. So with the reality of thinking through class size, this is an opportunity to get into a place that has some good ratios for those kind of things. But it's not going to be your top of the end when it comes to academic performance that we see in some areas of Central Ohio, but it is a really good school system. It is really good facilities, and if it's something that's important for you, if education in public school is what you're looking for, Canal schools are definitely still a pro, still good, just maybe not great compared to some of the other places in Central Ohio. And then here is pro number 5, proximity to outdoor recreation. So Hocking Hill State Park, Old Man's Cave, all those things are just a short drive away. There's also some really cool parks that are close up in Pickerington. Pickerington Ponds is a great walkable area. You can do some fishing up there as well. There's also Slate Run, a metro park that has a historical living farm that you can actually go and walk around as people work on this historic farm. Lots of cool places that have great playgrounds and just a lot of trails and places to get out and hike and just enjoy nature. So if you like being outside, you like being involved in some of those outdoor recreation type events or activities, Canal is a great place to live because the proximity to those is very, very close. So you can easily get to some of these different parks and areas. If you like being a part of outdoor recreation, this is a great place. They also have a great pool in Canal. The Canal Winchester Public Pool has a really cool setup. It's just a really nice area, really nice pool, really, really fun place to be in the summer on a hot day. So that's also another great benefit of that. So if you like outdoor recreation, that is definitely a pro of living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. All right, we talked about 5 pros of living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. Now let's talk about 5 cons. So con number 1 is that there's just limited job opportunities in Canal Winchester. There's not a lot of large corporations within the city limits of Canal. There's a company called NIFCO that's one of the larger ones. There's BrewDog that employs quite a bit of people. But outside of some retail opportunities or banking jobs or working in a school, there's not a ton of job opportunities within Canal Winchester. So if you're a person that wants to work and live in the same community, that may be difficult. Now, if you're a person that works from home, that's not going to be as big of a deal for you. But there's a reality that if you're in one of the bigger offices or with one of the bigger organizations in Central Ohio, if that's the reason that you're moving here, there's not a lot of those hubs within Canal Winchester. So there will be some realities of a commute to want to do the work to see how far of a commute Canal would be to maybe where it is that you're going to be working, if you have to be in the office frequently or at a job site location frequently. So it is something to consider. Within Canal, as small as it is, not a ton of job opportunities there. So likely if you're working for a bigger organization, there's going to be some commuting, something to consider when you're thinking about living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. And on the heels of that, con number 2 would be traffic. So if you do have to commute to work, there's a reality that Route 33, which is the main interstate that gets you in and out of Canal Winchester can get very, very congested. At rush hour times, it is bumper to bumper, and it takes a little bit of time and it takes some patience to get through that. So it's just something to consider, that if you have to drive a lot for work, or if you're going to be commuting to your office, something to consider is just the amount of traffic, as the infrastructure there has not been built up to be able to handle the amount of traffic that currently is there. So there's going to be times around Canal Winchester getting in and out of it. They're going to be difficult because of traffic, because of the limited routes that you can take to get to where you may need to go in Central Ohio. So traffic is definitely a con. If you have to commute, something you should definitely consider and think about before moving to Canal Winchester, Ohio. All right, con number 3 is limited dining and entertainment opportunities. Now, Canal has some really, really cool local places. Shades on Canal is great. Homestead is a great place. Harvest Moon is another great place. There's Johnson's Ice Cream. There's some really, really cool places. Coffee on High. But the reality is it's kind of limited. There's not a ton. There is a retail area of Canal on Gender Road that has some of the Bob Evans and O'Charlie's and Panera Breads, those kind of things. But there's not a ton of dining options. So there's reality, if you live in Canal, after you've hit some of those places a few times, you're gonna probably wanna be driving out to try some different things and to be able to have a little bit more of a variety. So it's just something to consider. While there is a really cool, walkable downtown area of Canal Winchester, there's a reality that over time, those are gonna kind of lose their luster a little bit. You're gonna get tired of ordering and eating at the same places. So just something to think about. While there is some neat realities to the small time community feel to what is there, there's gonna be a reality that probably for you, if you're a person that likes to go out and like having dining and entertaining options, that you're gonna wear those places out and gonna need to be going out to find other places. So just something to consider. Definitely a con to process through if you're thinking about moving to Canal Winchester, Ohio. All right, here is con number 4 of living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. There is not really an option for public transit there. So if you're a person that relies on public transit, there's really not an opportunity for that to be used in Canal Winchester, Ohio. So the need for a car is definitely going to be a reality. If you're wanting to live in an area where you can just get a bus pass, ride your bike everywhere, just get an Uber here and there, there's a reality that could be a little bit challenging in Canal Winchester, just from the nature of not having those opportunities for public transit. So having a car, especially if you're commuting out for work, is just going to be a necessity. So something to just think about, something to consider, that there isn't a lot of opportunities for public transit in Canal Winchester, Ohio. So if that's something that you rely on and need, that's not really going to be available for you in this area of Central Ohio. So that is con number 4. All right, and con number 5, like most places in Central Ohio, this one always pops up, and it's just weather. It is winter here now. I don't live far from Canal Winchester, Ohio, and it's just gray. It's a gray day, and we get those here in Central Ohio and in the Columbus area in the winter. There's just a lot of gray days. It's cold. Winter is winter. We get snow, we get ice. It's cold. That does bring some snow days for the kids in public school, so that's kind of fun. You can get some time off of school, especially this time of year, usually because of weather. But we do have some really beautiful springs. We have a beautiful fall. It is hot in the summer, and there's a reality that sometimes it can be pretty uncomfortable with the humidity in the summer as well. So weather in Ohio is always something to consider. 4 seasons, we get them all. There's times where it's beautiful and great. It seems like we get a lot of gray days with very little sunshine, but there's also a reality that we have a lot of beautiful things to enjoy and love about the weather here in Central Ohio. So always something to consider. If you're moving to this area of the country, you're going to get 4 seasons. You're going to have to navigate through some of the realities of winter, spring, summer, and fall. That is also a reality for Canal Winchester, Ohio. And for some people, that's a big con, so it's something just to be mindful of. All right, I want to give you one more pro, a little bonus pro for you about living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. If you're a person of faith and you're going to want to get plugged into a local church, there's some great local churches in Canal Winchester, Ohio. First one I want to mention is Maranatha Community Church. I'm actually a member of Maranatha at one of their different congregations, but Pastor David there at the Maranatha location in Canal is great. They meet in Hope United Methodist Church, and it's a young church plant that's vibrant and growing. Be a great place for you and your family to get plugged into if you move to Canal Winchester, Ohio. Also, X Church is a really large, growing church in the Canal Winchester, Ohio. They built a brand new facility a couple of years ago. Offers a ton of things for your family. Great church to check out as well. Also, Grace Bible Church is also another opportunity for you to get a great church and to be able to get involved in this area. So those are some places just to check out as well. So if you're a person of faith, you're wanting to find a great local church, if you move to Canal Winchester, Ohio, you have some great opportunities for that as well. Well, I hope this video has been helpful for you. And again, if you're looking to move in 1 month or 1 year, I would love to be the one call that you make to help you make a smooth move to Columbus, Ohio, or maybe Canal Winchester, Ohio, if that's where you're looking to move. All my contact details are in the description. You can give me a call, shoot me a text message, set up that 30-minute Zoom conversation, or just simply make a comment on one of the videos. If you live in Canal Winchester, let me know, what did I miss? What's a pro or what's a con that you would say about living in Canal Winchester? Add that to the comment of the video. Hope that you join us for the next video that we put out as we talk more about living in Central Ohio. See you soon.